What's up, y'all? Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Let me get y'all, let y'all get yourself together. Come on in. Live from the crib. Yep. Come on in, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, Captain. We got a couple things we want to talk about. You know, I'm going to be on Thursday night. Yesterday I was supposed to be on, but I come on because I had a whole bunch of things going on. Had some people from out of town. My voice is a little hoarse right now. Football practice this time of year. You gotta be screaming and hollering. Y'all come on in. Let's get this thing on and popping. Got 95 people in here already. We're gonna talk some good shit. We're gonna talk some good shit tonight. Yeah, let me get the camera right for you. We're going to talk some good shit tonight. Good shit tonight. Good shit tonight. We're going to talk some good shit tonight as soon as you come in. As soon as you come in. We're going to talk some good shit tonight. Good shit tonight. Good shit tonight. We're going to talk some good shit tonight as soon as you come in. That's a song. Y'all can have it. Just give me credit. Song, inspired by Uncle Luke. Well, you'd have to give me, if you sing it like that, you'll have to give me some credit. You can do that. All right. Well, everybody coming in, y'all check in. That's what we do every time we tune into the Luke Show. We make sure everybody checks in. And so, at this period of time, let me say this to all my friends and countrymen. Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? I can't hear y'all. Where you from? Put it on here. Let me know where you're from. I need to know where y'all from. I see we got Dallas in the house. Jackson, Mississippi in the house. Oh yeah, Jackson the 601. Y'all gonna come down here and get beat up by FAMU. I already know you coming in with 303. Yeah, Jessica. I see you, Jessica. Looking all cute on your avatar and all that. Yep. I see Detroit in the building. They stay in the building. I love myself some Detroit. And there it is, the D-Town, Dallas. I see y'all in here. Yeah, good shit tonight. LOL. Yes, sir. Yes, Miss White. Yes, Miss White. We're going to have some good shit. Sin City is up in here. Sin City in the house. Philly in the house. Living in Duval County. I already know. I see you. Hey, Sosa, you in North Miami? Yeah. Yeah, North Miami in the building. Tennessee Titans in the building. Yeah, let's talk some sports tonight. I want to talk about that. Y'all got all kind of things going on. DeSoto, Texas. My man, the one and only, Thurston. I just saw a sign. Somebody was running for office, and their last name was Thurston just 2 minutes ago. And I thought about you. I was like, I wonder if that's one of your family members. Thurston, you see what you see what I got on, Thurston? You see what I got on? You see I got the Rattlers on. North Kakalaki up in the building. I see you, North Kakalaki. You here. Okay. Winona, Mississippi. Boy, I can tell you like this here. This thing for to get on and popping. We got a worldwide audience here, people. That's why I like y'all to check in, because I need to talk to my whole my people all around the world. Alabama up in this piece. I see you, Alabama. Yep, there it is. That's why I wondered, where is this? Winona, Mississippi. Where the hell is Winona, Mississippi? There it is, Columbus, Georgia. Yep. I know y'all up in here, Columbus, Georgia. Y'all, I would not start the show without Columbus, Georgia. Buffalo, New York, in the building. home of the Buffalo Bills, who's on the come up for real. Duval County, I see you, Duval County. Y'all in the building. Yes, sir, buddy. Listen, this is gonna be good. We got a worldwide, we probably got a representative from every state in the United States. Galveston, Texas. Yeah, I miss Galveston. I love Galveston. It is Jacksonville. I already hollered at y'all. But listen, man, who is this? Who is this? Okay, Marilyn, I see you. And there it is. Duval. I love Duval County. Yep. But let me just say this. Let's get this thing on the popping. Get it in, get it over with. Hey, I got a couple topics I want to talk about tonight. Interesting topics. You know, people, I've been talking to these good folks for the longest. You know, people keep asking me, Luke, are you going to run for governor? And it's interesting. It's interesting because I only like to get involved in win-win situations. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't a win-win situation, you know, I don't bother with it. You know, if it's not a win-win situation. And so I must say this. Yeah, we're gonna get into Alabama versus UM. We're gonna get into, you know, we're gonna get into the Olympics. Tonight is gonna be a little government, but a lot of sports. But I do want to talk about if I was to run for governor. These are the things, you know, I like to have these conversations with my people because I feel like y'all my peoples, y'all my friends. Y'all follow me. Y'all hear every time I open this microphone, I open this platform, and y'all already know everything about what I'm all about is really the people. I learned from people like my man Thurston, you know, who has always been community first. Him and good guys like Larry Williams and all these good politicians like Steve Gallen and Mendenhall and, you know, just good people. So I learned from these people how to, you know, put community first. And so I've been doing my work in the community for over 31 years, obviously. And I look at the situation with the governor of the state of Florida. Then I look at politics in general. I did a tweet the other day, and my tweet basically said, if you have not went through nothing, if you haven't went through anything, that you shouldn't be allowed to even run for office. You need to have went through something in order to qualify to run for office. And why I say that? If you didn't come up on bean and weenies, I was just telling my son that in the car just now. We were coming home from getting a haircut, and I was like, you ever had some beanie weenies? Which I already know the answer. You ever had some beanie weenies and rice? He was like, no, I ain't had no beanie weenies and rice. So things like that. If your parents or yourself have never lived from check to check, how can an elected official who ain't never lived from check to check relate to that? If you didn't go through any hardships, bankruptcy, or divorces, kids getting in trouble, or you as a kid getting in trouble, how can you properly represent kids and know the mindset of kids? Why do they get in trouble as a kid? Now that you're an adult, you won't make the same mistakes. So, you know, I look at this whole thing and I'm saying, you know, and then on top of that, being able to relate to the average person's life. You know, everybody kind of look for these elected officials to be squeaky clean, but squeaky clean don't get it. It's almost like a relationship. If you get with a girl and the girl has never been through no adversity, or if you get with a dude and he never been through no adversity, you know, and staying together and holding that relationship together, then 9 out of 10 is gonna fail. And until you get an experienced woman in all those different areas, when you get an experienced woman or experienced man to understand is friendship, bond, love, and all that, and family first, you don't have nothing. So it's all about experience. Experiencing what? Experiencing things that you went through. So when I look at this governor race, I look at it and why it's beat me up. You know, and I got quite a few people. I mean, number one, it takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of money. It takes donors. And I think we'll get the money. The money is not the issue. The issue is, you know, for me, I know I would have to put everything that I have on hold and focus totally on winning this election. Now, what makes it a win-win situation? And I'll let the cat out the bag. You go into a governor's race, you got a primary. So you got to run against all these other Democrats. And I look at the other Democrats in the race, Charlie Crist, Nikki Fried, two people who basically, I'm not going to bash them because I'm, you know, but they ain't never been through nothing. They can't relate to us. They can't relate to people of color. They can relate to the 1%. And obviously the 1% can't even relate to us because the 1% always putting their finger in their mouth, saying some dumb shit. And that's the thing. And then even those people as elected officials, Nikki Fried holds office right now. She's the agricultural secretary. And I look at her, and I'm not running. I ain't saying I'm running. But when I look at these candidates, and I look at the current governor and I say, okay, is there somebody in the race that I feel I can beat him? Is there somebody in the race that has vision that can do some great things, put Florida back to work, and use the natural resources that we have to put Florida back to work? Because my whole philosophy is, if you're born in this great state of Florida, the average income everybody keep talking about this $13 an hour and $15 an hour. Fuck that. The average income for a Floridian should be no less than $50,000 a year. And if the average income for a Floridian in the state of Florida, I mean, if you can do it in Dubai, where every kid born and every kid is automatically a millionaire, why you can't do it in the great state of Florida? Look at all the things we have to offer that we're not utilizing. We got hotels, we got beaches, we got sun, we got fun all across the state. People want to come here. People want to come here and enjoy themselves. People want to come here and live here. And at the same time, live here under these politicians and these career politicians. What you got? They're selling the state off. So I say to my white friends in them rural areas, if I decide to run, y'all got to look out. Because I know y'all like y'all little peace of mind in y'all little rural areas and rural parts and red parts, you know, of the state of Florida. And y'all want to keep to your own, as y'all say. But I'm going to tell you like this here, you ain't going to be able to keep it to your own, because right now in Miami, Florida, everybody in Miami, Florida government is selling off the land in Miami, Florida. The foreigners are coming in every day buying Miami up. Right now, I could sell my house for 3 times as much money as I purchased, as it's worth right now, with no comps, cash money. Because the foreigners got all the money, they're coming in, and the politicians are just selling this shit off like a motherfucker. In Miami, Florida. They look at this shit on TV and they look at this as the Rivieras and all this beautiful stuff and all these beautiful things. That's why when you look at the government of Miami Beach, they don't want black people over there. You know why? Because they want those foreigners to come purchase those condominiums and having black people having events and parties. It's bigger than anything. Even the Hispanics, the Cubans, and the Dominicans, and the Nicaraguans, and all these folks, and the Puerto Ricans who live in Miami, their ass getting kicked out too. So what they're gonna do is be moving north. So black people, Hispanic people, Cuban people constantly are moving north. So in these little rural areas that are red areas that would normally vote for Trump and DeSantis, you're getting ready to get invaded because your government is selling off the land. And then you got education. Money going to education is the worst. Any black elected official, they get it all twisted. I look at these black elected officials that we send up to Tallahassee. All they want to do is take fucking pictures on Facebook and scream and holler like they're really doing something. They don't have a fucking platform. They don't have, okay, in my 2 or 4 years that I'm going to Tallahassee, these are the things I got to do. I got to bring some money back to Miami. Even our congresswoman, I love her to death. I love Frederica Wilson to death. She ain't brought no money back. What the fucking money? And so it's no different than Maxine and all the rest of these black elected officials around the country, whether you live in California, Detroit, Atlanta, you just elected 2 senators. Where's the fucking money? Where's the money? Show me the money. Because I'm going to tell you like this, they're getting paid. Them people going in as elected officials, leaving a job and coming out of that shit multi-billionaires. So it ain't just happening in Miami, it's happening in Chicago, it's happening in Georgia, it's happening in North Carolina, the same thing. Look at North Carolina. North Carolina was making big money off the tax credit. And that's something, if I run for governor, I say, hey, look here, House and Senate, you better pass a tax credit. Because again, if you're gonna put Florida to work, you gotta pass a tax credit. So we can take advantage of this fund, these locations, no different than the way they're taking advantage of it in Georgia. They got big major studios. And big major studios unions comes in, your barber, the guy who just cut my head, will end up making $1,500 a day. The person making the food, the average income will go up into these communities no less than $60,000 because you got so much film, movie, music, productions going on because you're giving the tax credit. These freaking idiots in the state of Florida, that's putting people to work. There shouldn't be no one Disneyland in the state of Florida. Disneyland is packed, you can't get in. We got plenty of land all across the state. Plenty of land. So my whole platform would be about putting Florida to work. And then now here you go with the marijuana conversation. The marijuana conversation, which Nikki Fried should have been pushing right now to legalize marijuana because she's the fucking the agriculture secretary. But again, these career politicians, they get in there, they give you lip service all down the street, but then they never do nothing. Then they want to run for a higher office. Then they want to go higher and pay all the political people who run through the church houses, pay off the pastors, pay off all the community activists, make them all promise, get them peanuts and shit, and they go to run around telling people to vote for these people who ain't gonna do shit, these career politicians. Then before you know it, what ends up happening? What happens to the community? Nothing. That's why I tell people all the time, anybody that was in community service, anybody who was considered as a activist in any city in America, if you've been doing it for over 10 years and you have made no significant change, you need to stop doing it. You need to be fired. If you got the phone number to the mayor and the governor and all these people, and you have not been pushing the black agenda or the people of color agenda or wherever the fuck you from, and you have not been making significant change, and you've been losing. We are losing as Black people. We are getting gentrified every day while we have elected Black people to sit their ass up in them seats and allow our areas to get gentrified, allow us to get bad education, allow us to live in poverty the same fucking way when I was a kid. If I don't pull myself up from the bootstraps, me and all my other 4 brothers, then we still living in fucking poverty. It wasn't because of education. It was lack thereof. It was because mommy and daddy made sure this fucking household was about education, getting money, getting your ass up off your ass and going out there to work and not looking for nothing. I remember when one of my aunties gave my mama some food stamps and she said, honey, I got some food stamps. We can go buy some food and da-da-da. Man, my old man lost it. Get that shit out my house. Ain't nobody, I'm a man. I take care of my shit. And I'm telling you, I'm sitting in the back room ear hustling and he was going off. I never forget that to this day. And that's the same way, we won't look out for no handouts. It's the opportunity. Opportunities are different than handouts. I look at kids every day. All these career politicians. What they do? They're going to tell you how to change your life. But they've never been a part of changing someone's life. How do you change someone's life? How do you change people's life? You got to know what their issues is, and not because you read it in a magazine or read it in a report. How many of them got boots on the ground? Where's the boots on the ground? So what the fuck do I do every day? I'm coaching football at Miami Edison Senior High. I get up in the morning, I work late at night, get my work done with music, catalog, TV productions, ongoing TV productions, and my interviews, and all the things that I have to do to continue making money in my life with all the different companies that I have. But then what I do is I love golf, and I used to play a lot of golf. And I said to myself, I go on the golf course with my friends, former players. I carve out time to go out there on the golf course, spend 4 hours. After you play golf, you sit down, shoot the breeze, have a drink, smoke a cigar, or whatever. You just chilling. And I was like, yo, what a fucking waste of time. Even though I got my youth program, and my youth program, we got 150 volunteers. We got about 15 employees on staff doing real good. And the staff over there at our youth program at Liberty City, 31 years, great. So I don't have to sit there and oversee that. I do regular meetings for that. I go and make sure we do the fundraising, do the political things that we need to get done so that we can have the resources to hire the best teachers, to hire the best employees, to give our kids the best opportunities to be able to take them around the country at a drop of a dime, doing whatever they need, because we do everything first class over there. And I say this. So when you look at all these politicians who want to run for office, what the fuck have they done for the community? But yet still we keep electing them because they give good face time. Let's say that. They give good face time. They ain't no different than a fucking pimp. It's the same mentality as a pimp turning a woman into a prostitute. No different than that. No different than some pedophile taking advantage of some gullible young lady. That's the same thing happening here. Because you got a bunch of people who ain't never did shit, but then they could then talk you into voting for them. What have you done? You telling me you could do all this beautiful stuff because you did a survey. You did a survey of 100 people, and you asked 100 people, what do you look for in your governor? What do you look for in your state representative? What do you look for in your school board representative? They did a fucking survey, and then they created their platform based on a survey and not based on what they are doing. What have you done? Have you went out there and coached football? Because if you coach football, you're gonna know what young men, what's going on with young men every day. You're gonna have 70 young men that's coming from different walks of life, and majority of them are in blighted communities dealing with different issues. You're gonna talk to their parents who live in these communities, regular people. Some parents who are struggling, some parents who are living in a hotel with their kids and trying to get federal assistance, and then you're gonna have to be able to try and help them get the assistance. Some parents who are together, but they have different challenges and different struggles that they're trying to go through. And some parents just doing good. They're happy high on life. Some single parents working close with the dad and the mom who have moved on, but then they're working for the betterment of that young man. Those are the things that a regular politician can't do. They can't have a conversation about that. That's why they can't fix the problem, the gun violence problem in Chicago, Carolina, Fort Pierce, Orlando, Jacksonville, nowhere in the country. They can't fix the problem because they don't know the problem. They don't have boots on the ground. They're too busy taking pictures on fucking Facebook. Celebrity comes in town. I looked at the little lady in Atlanta, goes up in there and elected official, fucking what his name, got a stocking cap over his face. Kanye West got a stocking cap over his face, and she's giving him the fucking key to the city. Some jackass with a stocking cap over his face, and she's presenting him with the key to the city. Unfucking real. Now, I love Kanye West as a brilliant entertainer, but that's a total disrespect of the actual key. Bruh, buddy, you can't take the thing off your head for 5 minutes and accept this prestigious award, a key to the city. But the politicians, they do it for a photo op to say that, oh, I was the one who gave him the key to the city, so you should vote for me. I'll set you free. The last poet said, the revolution will not be televised. If you don't know what the last poet says, you might want to go find out. So I say that to people, that's why it bothers me, because I wish there was someone qualified. And I go back to the qualification part of qualified to run for governor of the state of Florida, to be able to put Florida first, to be able to put Florida first. Fuck all the rhetoric. Damn all the big talk. Put Florida first and put Florida to work. Ain't nobody out there. You got this jackass in the seat right now, and you got these other people, career politicians, all they go do is give lip service and don't go do their regular thing, go pay off some pastors and some community activists to get the vote, run down the highway, then get their cronies all the money. It's crazy. So I say, look, I can sit on the sideline and not fuck with this. Do my thing, make my money, do my shit. But then I'm looking at people in the entire state suffer. I'm looking at people in my own city, Miami, Dade County, suffer. The average income for African Americans in the city of Miami is $21,000. That is fucking disgusting. And that's been that way for the last 2 decades. Absolutely disgusting. And that's the same in every black city except for Miramar, where I live at, where the average income is over $70,000. It's disgusting. So everybody want to sit up there and say, oh, the young people killing each other. The young people killing each other. Then you got dumbass Don Lemon on there talking about the young people killing each other and women are having babies out of wedlock because of rap music. Really? Because of rap music, people are having kids out of wedlock. Ooh, 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 ooh. Women are having, no, how about, why you ain't gonna get you a black woman? Shit. You have the cause. God damn it. And I support the LGBT community. Always have and always will. But God damn it, if you're a black man and you feel like that there's a problem with single parent mothers, you go goddamn it, go get you a black woman and wife her. But then it all comes down to education. Where we at in education? And this is my last part. I'm gonna move on to sports. Everybody told me they want to fix, how do we fix the black community? How do we fix the gun violence? How about getting rid of standardized testing? That's what a governor should be able to do. But they ain't gonna say that shit because that's a George Bush big money program that his family brought from Texas when George Bush was the governor in Texas, and then his brother Jeb Bush brought that standardized bullshit testing over to the state of Florida, and it's all test. But no part of the test is getting you ready to take that critical test to get you in somebody's university. ACT and SAT. Standardized testing. Then you got to go cram to learn and be able to take that test to get in a college and a university. And then you so far behind because you went to public school. But then if you go to private school, they don't use that same standardized testing bullshit. But everybody got this vision of helping everybody. So when I talk to people, they say, hey, look. And so I sit there with all this information on the sideline and just looking at people fuck up the game. And it's not only for black people, it's for white people too. Well, the white people ain't gonna vote for you because you're black. Well, the white people in rural areas of the state of Florida, Trump country, they ain't gonna vote for you because you're black. And you're a Democrat. I say, you know what? If I run for governor, that's where the first place I'm going to. Every Trump stronghold in the state of Florida. And I'm going to sit there and say, what has Ron did for you? What has Ron did for you? And I'm a card-carrying Democrat, but I'm a different kind of Democrat. I'm a show me now Democrat. And the Democratic Party ain't showed us shit. They taking advantage of us also. So when I mosey on her, if I do it and I mosey up into the state of Florida, you know what I'm saying to them people? Up into them strongholds, I'm saying, look here, I'm a Democrat by card. But I don't think the Democrats ain't did a damn thing for us because we're in the same position that we've been in for the last 60 years, 100 years. We were better off before segregation. We fucked up, and the Democrats was the ones who amped us up with this whole segregation thing. We were better off. The dollar was transferring in the black community 100 times. The dollar only transferred in the black community 1.1% of the time. Therefore, that's why we can't build no businesses. And all of your elected officials are controlled by some little white man who represents all these other white companies, and he puts his money on your black candidate, and your black candidate has to bow down to some little white man and his family. And you be like, well, you got a black elected official, hell yeah, but that black motherfucker ain't doing shit for you. And he's a Democrat. Because last time I checked, ain't no white people representing us. Think about this. All over the country. All over the country, Strong Island, ain't no white people representing us. We ain't electing white people to represent us in black districts. We electing black people. And the black people are selling the black community out. And they are Democrats. So I ain't happy with no fucking Democratic Party. I'm not happy. I got on the highway and drove up and down the highway and told people to vote for Kamala Harris. Went through South Carolina in the fucking rain and everything, vote for Kamala Harris because I believe in what she was saying. She didn't win. She's under Joe Biden's platform. And Joe Biden put us back on welfare. So y'all finna get mad at me now. Checks. Everything checks. Everybody get a check. You get a check. Unemployment, you get a check. You get a check. So we think we really doing shit. We got money. We getting peanuts. Motherfucker, don't give me no check. Give me reparation. Give me the same thing you gave the Indians when you took their land. You took their land. You took their land. But you brought us over here in a fucking slave ship. You brought us over here in the belly of a slave ship and you sold us and you whipped us and you killed our women babies. Y'all go tell that to fucking Don Lemon. When he wanna equate hip hop as being the worst thing in the world. No, education in this country, the lack thereof, is the worst thing in this country. You don't even have a curriculum to show these young people. You don't have a curriculum, and no schools in America, no public schools in America that are funded by the government, no curriculums that educate black kids on their history. Martin Luther King. Barely talk about Malcolm X. If you educate a person on their history, they won't be too quick to kill another person because they'll understand the history. And you talk about education. Everybody ain't going to fucking college. I have 4 brothers in my house out of 5. Me, the 5th one. 3 of them went to college. 3 of them became who's, professors, all that shit, rocket scientists, Navy pilots, you name it. The other 2, me and my other younger brother, he became an executive chef, one of the top chefs in Miami. Ended up becoming the general manager of hotels, retired, making all the money in the fucking world. And then there was me, the asshole. But the thing is, we all learned the trade. I was a cook, a chef. They took the trades out of the fucking schools and brought these standardized testing back in. Back when I went to school, and a lot of us, you could be a mechanic, you could be an air conditioning engineer, you could be you can get any kind of trade, a beautician, you can learn a trade, and when you leave school, you have that certificate and you can go and get a job. Matter of fact, you will be interning in your senior year at Florida Power and Light. At one of these places. So we talk about who y'all be elected. We talk about how to straighten up the black community. Let's hit reset. Let's hit the reset button. You sit out every time they have a graduation, and I've been coaching in high school football for many years. I be like, oh shit. I go hard to get my kids in college. We do 90% of my football players in college. But then I look at those other kids and I be like, where the fuck are they going to go? Where the fuck are they going to go? Where are they going to go? Where's the little girl going to go with a 2.5 GPA? Where are they going to be able to go to get the tutoring to be able to pass the SAT or get the proper score to qualify to get in a university? Where are they going to go? Where the little boy who going to go who struggled because he live in a household where he's damn near homeless and it's affecting his grades because he gets to school every day late? Where's he going to go? Where's the kid who is being raised by a fucking young ass mama who in the clubs every night and he's home taking care of his other siblings and he can't get to school, therefore it's affecting his GPA because nobody is overseeing him as a kid? He don't have a daddy like Blake have a daddy that's monitoring his work and all these other things like that. Where they gonna go? So when we talk about being elected officials, we talk about being senators to go to the state, we talk about being congressmen and congresswomen, and we talk about being governors, and we talk about being mayors, we talk about being representatives. It's simple. It's simple. The issues are there. Don't take a fucking rocket scientist. And it's not just in Miami, it's all over the country. We have the same gun violence, these young people having no regards for life because you know what? Life ain't even about life with them because they feel like the world don't owe them shit. The world has not offered them shit. The world has not given them shit. So their whole purpose of living is out the door. But then again, y'all elect these people who claim they know because they did a fucking survey. And that shit sounded good. Then they sold you the bullshit as if they're going to do the job. And then they go get endorsements from these other no good for nothing Negroes who's sitting in these seats. And then y'all then say, oh, Bob Swinger ain't nothing but a pimp. Ain't nothing but a fucking pimp for votes. Pimping your vote. That's what they need to do. Other than rock the vote, or rap the vote, pimp the vote. I keep telling people pimping ain't dead. It's in politics right now. Pimp the vote. You're gonna, what's your platform? If I don't make some Negroes millionaires, my name ain't what it is. How do you put the state back to work? How do you put your city back to work? How do you get these kids off the street and have these kids feel like their life is worth something? Because I was a kid on the streets, when I felt like fuck it, when I took my gun and shot up the place, and when I went with my gang of dudes, we never went and take advantage of other people, and we fought and all this because the only reason we would fight was because somebody would mess with one of the guys in our crew. And we had to fight. We take the gun and shoot reckless display of firearm. Luther Campbell, he fucking shot some place up. This kid to disperse the crowd because the police wasn't doing shit. But all that, you have no idea what goes through these kids' mind. I got no education. I got no money. I don't like this $10 fucking job that I have. And I got no trade. So these kids are fucking miserable. And then the dope boys are calling with the big rope chains, riding around the fly cars. Then the dope boys calling. You could be a lookout man, or you could sell in the trap, and you could make some money. And then now when we go and take over somebody's spot, then we got to go fight. We got to go shoot, and sometimes we got to go kill. and you're wondering why these kids are in these situations. You think they're born when you're having the little birthday party for the little, he's becoming 13 years old or 6 years old or 1 year old. You loving the baby. Oh, little Johnny. Oh, we got little Johnny. You ain't had little Johnny to be a killer on the street. You wanted, oh, little Johnny is doing good. He's on the honor roll, and I got it on the back of my car. My son is on the honor roll. Well, we lost little Johnny in through the fucking testing. Well, we lost little Johnny in because the black family consistently breaks up. The mother leaves the husband leaves the mother. Well, we lost when little Johnny wasn't the focus of the relationship. And now we got a single parent situation going on here. We lost little Johnny in because that's all lack of education. Even adults have not been properly educated because you didn't do that in the 60s before segregation, integration. You didn't do that. You dated a girl, and if you dated that motherfucker too many times, your ass finna marry her. The divorcee woman, the woman who divorced, she had a big ass bullseye on her. That motherfucker is a divorcee. She was a marked woman. She was the Lord's term. She was down there with the prostitute women. She was over there with Mary Magdalene or whoever they say in the Bible that was a prostitute. That's what she was. But no, we took on this whole new world to then do what? Conquer us. Everybody talking about vaccine. The old heads, we ain't taking no vaccine. Fuck that shit. They've been trying to exterminate us for the longest. Why is so much of a big push to push us on the vaccine?